flippin' obnoxious. Which, if you have thin hair, I think guy or gal. Good morning, everyone. I'm starting my day in Appleton. I keep saying this wrong. Wisconsin. I keep thinking we're in Michigan, but we are in Wisconsin. But I've only been here 10 hours, to be fair to myself. Ooh, almost forgot my coffee. Yeah, this is the morning rush out of the hotel room. This is my hotel room. It's very nice. And yeah, I wish I could have been here longer, but I'm gonna get going. I have my first, on the vlog, I think my first deadhead. I'm gonna explain what that is in a second. This is a tiny, tiny airport. I was kind of worried we were gonna be late for our deadhead, but we're not. Oh my gosh, my hair is so terrible. So what we're doing right now is taking what's called a deadhead, and that means it's like the best thing ever. You get to be a passenger and get paid the same as if you were working. Now today's flight is only like 1 hour, but I'll take it. So sometimes you get them like, 3 hours long, and that's your whole day, or you do one flight. Unfortunately, we have 3 flights after this. We'll get through it. We got like 8 hours of sleep. That's very rare for someone like me. So I'm good to go. So this is an Embraer 145. I just had the nicest conversation for an hour with a NASA scientist. And I just love these conversations because think about it. When am I ever going to be in an hour-long conversation with someone who I'm sure is very sought after? He was in the Oshkosh air show that was taking place, and he was giving a presentation on algae blooms. He showed me all of his presentation, and I learned a lot. And then I got to pick his brain about science and engineers, and like breaking down like what I can do for my kids. And we had some ideas about camps and unschooling and how to keep them interested in scientific method and building things, and it was just fascinating. Good hour. My mind's in another place. And the coolest thing I learned was this thing called citizen science, which I'm sure other people have heard about, but I'm not somebody who thinks about that kind of stuff, and I think it's fascinating to democratize science in this way. And they have kid projects, and I'm just super excited to like do some stuff with the girls. I'm sorry I keep talking about this, but I think it's super interesting, the conversations on planes, because I was thinking about how when I first sat down and I saw him sitting down, I had to really trust my intuition, because I had this feeling of like, he seems maybe like he wants to talk, but I had other things to do. I wanted to read or whatever, but I was like, maybe he has something to give me, and he did. Like not to give me, but like maybe we have something to exchange. And so I listened to my intuition, and we had that conversation, and I am really going to be affected by that for my life, because now I'm thinking about new ways that I can keep the kids interested in engineering mindset, testing the scientific theory just even in our own backyard, and riding their bikes and things like that. It's 2:20 and my day has not even begun. Still have 3 flights. I missed my kids.
Do you have any large
We're good.
You don't happen to have any, do you?
No, I don't have any. Exactly 3 minutes in Grand Rapids. We're turning right back around. Anybody live in Grand Rapids? It was super pretty coming in, I have to say. Okay, one more flight. Looks like they're waiting for me. Okay, no, they weren't waiting for me. We're good. But she told me it's been towed in, so I don't know what kind of state it's in. And I'm like it's got a delay or a maintenance or a what? She's talking about cleanliness, I think. I hope. Funny enough, we're heading to Salt Lake City, where, as many of you know, if you watch this vlog, I have many of my friends and family. But we have like 10 hours, so nobody knows I'm coming. Good night. Thank you. Have a good one. flippin' obnoxious. All right, I'm just gonna leave my bags there. So, why have this moment? I am an ENFP. And so, I listen to the podcast Personality Hacker a lot. Like, I love those guys. And they've been really, really helpful in helping me understand people. And that's kind of an ENFP thing, of just trying to understand how people work. Okay, I made it back in my hotel room. That's all good. And so I promised that I would talk about personality theory, or my personality rather. And I thought I'd do that while I'm going to do this last experiment. Normally I would not be doing this experiment in my uniform, but since I don't think I brought any other clothes, this is what I will be wearing. So, I had this idea that if I put this powder in my hair, which if you have thin hair, I think guy or gal, this stuff is like the best invention that's been made in years, if you ask me. It's like a powder, and it like really gives your hair a lot of texture, body, and volume, and you just sprinkle it, and there you go. You have like a lot more texture to your hair. So what I'm thinking to do is roll my hair up and put this in so that it has more texture, and then hopefully have curls in the morning. We shall see. It's an experiment. It might not work out at all. But so, as I mentioned, as I was going to say, I asked you guys yesterday if you watched the vlog. See how it just comes out in like big puff, like fluffy stuff? So I put it in just normal and it gives me body. But, so in the Myers Briggs system, I am an ENFP. So that means I like doing stuff like this. I love talking to you guys. I love just, like, this makes me feel less alone on trips. Because A, you guys are with me in theory, and B, like, it makes me feel good knowing that, like, my older self will be able to watch these, and my children, possibly, husband, etc., anybody, grandchildren, like, these will live on probably after me. So that makes me feel really good. It just means that I kind of am okay with like lots of feedback and outside information, and just means a lot of different things. And so my theory is that a lot of flight attendants are the same as me, because it's also a personality that needs a lot of variety and a lot of new faces and a lot of new stories and a lot of new stimuli almost all the time. I almost don't stop. If you watch this vlog, you know that I can go, and almost to a fault. Definitely almost to a fault, in that I don't take care and then all of a sudden I get sick or something and kind of run myself down ragged. But in theory, I can do it all. Yes. And so I'm very curious to hear what some of your personalities are, and especially if you're A, either a flight attendant, or B, thinking about being a flight attendant. I'm curious because the variety and then the love of like working with people, they're big parts of my personality. Now, this stuff goes really, really deep, and it's what I love to spend my time listening to in car rides, and anytime I'm cleaning the kitchen, or, you know, times when I'm waiting for Alex to come home and I'm cooking for him, things like that. I always have Personality Hacker podcast playing in the background. And it's not just about Myers-Briggs, it's about really any personality self-development journal or thing that exists out there. They talk about everything from Stephen Covey to love languages to what are some other things? There's the hat theory, there's Graves' model, and they're all just tools to kind of learn more about yourself and about other people, and that's my main thing, is that I love learning about people, and that's why I love vlogs so much, because you get to see other people's lives and how they function from their perspective, and that's just so enlightening to see. When I see the world from someone else's perspective, I'm just like, oh wow, that's really cool to think that that's how they do it, and it gives me ideas of how things like I want to do, career-wise, organizationally, parenting, etc. So that's why I started a vlog. I wanted to do all those things and get more confident and brave and more myself and all those things, and it's working. Like, I love this vlog, and it's so fun to put time and effort into because it's so rewarding, and that's great. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that, and then if you don't know your personality and you want to learn more, you should definitely check out Personality Hacker. It's on your podcast app. If you have an iPhone, you might not know it, but you already have a podcast app. It comes with iPhones now, and you just open that up, go to the search bar and type in Personality Hacker. It'll come right up, and then go to the website, and they'll give you the free personality test and whatnot, and you get to find out what you are, and then you can come right back here and comment on this video what you are, or another video. But yeah, that's kind of fun, and if you know your love language, leave it below. Mine is words of affirmation, aka comments, hint hint, and acts of service. But I'm always interested to learn more, because like Alex's, for example, is physical touch, and I would say Fifi's is that. Fifi really needs, my daughter, needs a lot of care and attention like that. She just wants to sit on my lap. She loves to just like hang on me while I'm talking with people. She loves to just be physically near us. So I think there's so much to learn, and I think I could learn about it for the rest of my days. So I love this stuff. So please enter the conversation and tune in tomorrow to see how these puppies turn out when I take them out. So might be insane, but we shall see. It could be like gorgeous and solve all my problems now of like going to bed at night. So we'll see. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Love ya.